How does it feel to be rich? Well, I guess we're gonna find out in this episode because welcome back. We are walking around in our second territory that is developing nicely, and we are already starting to tax our people as of the last episode as well. Over there is my second manor house that belongs to me. Really looks like a frozen wasteland down here in winter, but at least you've got a lot of sky and look at how far you can see. Beautiful, I think. And my beautiful red coat stays sharp as ever because I've got enough servants now to polish it whenever I need it. Now we are in the middle of winter, obviously, and in the middle of winter we always need to check our supplies real quick, and that means that we have 8 months of food and 5 months of fuel supply available right now for a second territory, which is just glorious. By the way, also what is glorious is that you can join my channel as a member, and with that also get your own little badge that I can see in comments and everybody can see in comments. If you're interested in supporting me, please consider a channel membership. The link is in the video description. Now, in this case here, we do have now our tavern. That is one of my biggest issues because we do not have any barley production available in my domain. We do have some barley here, as we can see, but we're looking at 12% fertility in some of them. I might actually go for this one here now. Some of you have been suggesting that I don't need to have a fallow ground, right? So I can also just make this full. But I think rye and wheat exclude each other, so I should not use them together. It wouldn't make sense, really. But I can definitely use rye, flax, and barley. So every year we are using those crops now. Unfortunately, we cannot grow crops in vegetable gardens or so. That would be just fantastic. So we need to continue importing them. And that is exactly what we're doing over here with the barley import. This will be, of course, very tricky for me because it's super expensive getting barley into my town. And let's establish a trade route there. And despite us having enough regional wealth, this could drop again faster than you could see look, right? But we have enough on the treasury that I can live without some serious tax income for quite a while, as we don't need so much money anyway right now. Now in this case here, the 20 we have, very important. I haven't done this yet, and some of you have been also, of course, giving me the feedback here, and that is I should purchase a horse for my trading post, and off we did it. And now it takes a bit of time. The livestock order has been placed, and we should be seeing this then here. Let's actually assign a family to that. So they should be getting this horsey in here now. And once we have that, the trader can use the horses to faster transport, right? Because the traders actually right now need to use their own feet to get from point A to B for trading. And the horse will significantly speed this up, of course, once it's in. What's also in is now the dressed stone and the mortar. 36 mortar, 20 dressed stone we have now, thanks to my stonemason station over here that is now, well, processing my rough stone into dressed stone for the occasion that we need to, upgrade our castle. 140 wool I have. That is something we need to check out immediately. Actually, I assigned the families here. Now we're doing it again. And in this case here, we want to produce more yarn. So they're doing this down here out of the wool. They're also processing flax into linen when it's available. But we do not have that much flax available. So this will be a short business. The yarn is important though, so that we can produce more clothing. Now we are also producing the shields to export to make money out of that. And it's a good business, right? It's working. But of course, we could expand this business here further. First of all, I'm gonna assign a 4th family now, and we can also start trading now something else, and that is small shields. You know, it's 560 for the trade route. That's very expensive, but we can easily do this. The small shields do not bring in as much as the large shields, but the advantage with the small shields is that, first of all, we don't need them, right? We don't need them for anything, so I'm just going to say a 0 as a minimum. And then we can assign some artisans to that also produce the small shields. And the cool thing about the small shield is that it only takes 1 plank. And plank is so easy and cheap to produce that with that we have now two type of shields that we export out of Sleepy Hollow to make some serious money out of that. Though the investment cost, of course, was quite large with 500. Actually surprised me there a bit, but hopefully it's gonna pay off very soon. Okay, also the sheep are gazing on the fields, increasing fertility. I just love that this feature actually works because I was a bit skeptical about it, honestly. But yeah, they're rotating between the fields. We're still getting this message now, not enough stable space in this area, right? So this area here does not have enough stable space. Build more hitching posts or stable. Some livestock may run away otherwise. No idea why that's the case. We do have a fence here. They can't run away. And yeah. We also got our sheep herders. Doing an amazing job. This is also just a lovely detail, right? That it works like this. They're actually herding the sheep. Beautiful. And she seems quite happy about it. And once again, we continue with also some bandit hunting as spring is upon us. Unfortunately, it's a bandit camp once again in the territory a bit further up in the north. So that means I do need to fight uphill. Shouldn't be a big problem though. As those bandits are, first of all, very stupid and not very well equipped. So we got the retinue here with a full armaments, full upgrades. It really shouldn't be a big deal destroying them. And we haven't even lost a single soldier in this battle. As we can make our way now up here. By the way, yep, they are fatigued after a battle. So I need to either move slowly with them or wait a couple of minutes before start a battle. As some of you have been pointing out, rightfully so. Looking for some more bandit camps on the map. Well, I think we're rather safe. There's another one down here. Next big development will be this area here. And that is my church, because we can now upgrade it to a stone church with the dressed stone, the mortar, and the roof tiles. So 3 advanced construction materials. And once we establish this, we will have filled another need, right? And that is the church access tier 2. Funnily enough, the moment I upgrade the church, that access is given, right? That's interesting. They all have satisfaction of level 2 small stone church now. Despite this one not being finished yet, but since you can only demolish it, but you cannot cancel the upgrade, it's just counting right away. Very funny. Gonna take some time here to build this one. This is probably not the best timing. We have bandits attacking Mandla again, and just as my soldiers are coming kind of like back from their raiding, let's actually get all of my soldiers going here now. Do we have a retinue in Mandla? No, we don't, right? Because I thought we would have at least one available because we do have a manor house here now, but nope, that's not the case. So yeah, unfortunately, as things are, Mandla could be burning down again. What is going on? That was very fast. Let's get my troops going. The problem is... No, actually they're not tired. Okay, that's a good thing. My retinue is way too far away. It's over there, simpering around somewhere. Coming back from the... Could we run somehow? No, they're out of breath. Oh, this was just very bad timing. They will not be able to make it on time, so let's actually just get the bandit camp over there for some extra influence. Yeah, they have arrived. They're super fast with it. This is something I really don't like, but we might be losing Mandla again. Holy cow. The rain is not gonna help, I guess. This is just nasty because they spawned right here, right? They spawned right here at the edge of the map, in Mandla itself already. And they just ran all the way now to that. There's just no way I could have, I think, no way I could have saved this now. And it's a lot of raiders. It's four full, well, armies that we have there. Slaughtering my livestock already. My oxen. Something I really don't like right now. It's this game. Okay. Yeah, my troops take way too long, even though they're going down the hill. They're not gonna be there on time. Mandla is burning down again. Can't believe it. All the work we've been putting into it. There is unfortunately no way to actually properly protect against this, I think. They just spawned in my territory and attacked right away. There's just no preparation time for me. Nor are there any towers I could have built, right? That would give me some time. Okay. Please attack. Why do you not attack now? Come on, they're here. Okay, my soldiers are gathering. I think they're... Yeah, okay, they're taking up the scent now of my soldiers. And let's actually form a line here. Protect the archers. Okay. Quite the dramatic view that we have there. The thunderstorm is just perfect timing too. Even that's not helping. Yeah, they're really well equipped though. They're strong. My spearmen do not have a chance really against so many. Yeah, don't cheer, dudes. Seriously? They're cheering because one of them has been destroyed. Fight. Pretty sure you can do it somehow. Okay, the spearmen, of course, we're also having stand their ground, so they're trying to protect themselves rather than pushing, right? So that my archers can do more damage. Luckily, all the enemy has been engaged with the spearmen, so the archers can just freely fire. Okay, I think that's it, yeah. Got 1,000 influence, more than 1,000 influence out of this. That's good, but yeah, Mandla is down again, right? Do we have my families back? Luckily it's April, right? So it's not winter or anything like that. The people are coming back, they're coming out of the manor house. That is untouched. So the manor house unfortunately is also not target number 1, right? They're just targeting anything as long as there's no army in here. So I guess we will need to have... Yeah, I don't know. We cannot make a dedicated army just from Mandla as far as I know. So these militia here that we have will always be formed in Sleepy Hollow. I also cannot disband them in Mandla, right? So I need to move them into Sleepy Hollow again to actually disband them. Alright, yeah. Let's start with the logging camp again. The cool thing is we got 50 tools available in Mandla, right? Let's also not tax them for the moment. I think this wouldn't look good. This is also a problem because with the corpses comes disease and unhappiness. And that means we also need to get a corpse pit going for this area here. Let's just find us a corpse pit. There it is. And build this somewhere. I mean... let's have it, I don't know, it should be in the forest somewhere, right? Far away from everything. But I also don't want to have it too far away from the corpses now, otherwise this will take forever. No, 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 no. Let's have it take forever. I don't care. I don't want to see the corpse bit. Let's move it up there, into the forest, and make a connection there. Done. They will do this whenever they have some free time now. Food is fine, right? Also my granary and my storehouse have been untouched. Very good. So it's not the end of the world, right? We can quickly rebuild all of this. We have the building materials. We have still some oxen working here. Plenty of families we have. It won't take as long as the first time around. There we got the first logging camp working already. By the way, I think we need to unassign them. Yeah, from the camp here. Also, let's reduce the amount of work in the quarry. Some work can continue, of course. Sleepy Hollow needs it. Got some burgages there. What is that? Trading post. I don't need that for now. 2 families working the logging camp now. And we will also need to rebuild the fuel very, very soon. Yeah, of course, there's lots to talk about. What has been happening? How can we prevent something in the future? I guess no bandit raiding in the beginning of the year. Because I think attacks happen mostly in spring. The church is still under construction. We still need 3 more roof tiles. Coming along nicely. They were very quick with the corpses. That's a good thing for us. So yeah, no more corpses lying around, which should increase the approval rating there again. Homelessness is the only thing now that matters again, and we're already rebuilding more burgages now. Still, we rely on timber for this. I cannot transport timber over from Sleepy Hollow, as far as I know, because yeah, it's very heavy labor. So we'll just do it with the single one ox that we still have left. Building also the stable again would be very good for us, because with that we could order another ox right away. There's my stable. We got Fritz and Linhard here already. Yeah, I will need to build another one for sure. There it is. That's a milestone. Indeed, we finished a beautiful big stone church in the middle of Sleepy Hollow. Providing now, once again, a beautiful sight. It's the tallest building we have after all. And also, happiness. And with that, tax income. 76% is my approval rating right now. That's glorious. Yeah, and also the beverages are in. So, once again, we're out of clothing though. This is just very finicky. It seems like the clothing consumption is really high. But they're... Oh, okay, well, they have Gambison right now. Let's switch the work mode for all tailors again. My second tailor. And I think I'm also going to upgrade or build another tailor. Just because we really do need to need a lot of them. Where are more slots available? Don't have a lot of slots available. And so it is that we have finished all demands, finally, with the second tailor now working completely in clothing. And with that we can upgrade those burgages now to level 3, with some roof tiles, planks and logs. And let's do this for the first ones here in the town center. So I think those... Oh, wait a second. Here we can increase density at the brewery. I wonder if we do lose the brewery then. If I have this expansion here? No, it stays a brewery. Very nice. Okay. So you can have both of them then here together. On the other side, people are still missing some clothing. That's okay. And as we also can see, this is a nice feature. Those buildings now tend to also connect then. We'll just see how it looks when it's finalized. Despite all the raider attacks and harsh winters, Sleepy Hollow prevails, it seems, to new riches. Now that's starting to look proper. And yeah, those tier 3 people, they have now some additional needs. Like they want to have also now shoes. And also they want to have, it seems, fruits. Yeah, like apples, for example, that we need to provide more. Of course, they're also paying me more taxes down the road. And I think we cannot squeeze in more families here, right? 1 out of 2 families. Oh yes, it seems like we have a bit of space coming out of this too. Very cool. Beautiful. And with that, Sleepy Hollow also leveled up to a small town. Of course, Mandla is far away from tier 3 buildings, but at least they are very close to some buildings, like burgage plots at least, for people to live in. And we also provide now homes again for all of them, with some additional space available for people to move in again if there's actually people that still want to join Mandla, that is. It also feels good, right? To have a horse for the trading. Fritz is thinking about this. He still looks pretty angry. I guess he does not have enough weather protection. But you don't need this on such a fine day. And this even looks like a proper RPG sometimes. Oh, whoa. And a scary one at that. And yeah, it didn't even take a full year to get Mandla back on track. In autumn, everybody's living again and breathing. We are just having the pack stations now upgrade again. We should be having a lot, yeah, rough stone in that we haven't traded with Sleepy Hollow. We got 330 pelts in here. My tannery is working though, so that's fine. And by the way, this one also needs to go back online. It even saved my settings. That's pretty good for me. Now, I would also really like to have a quick look at my manor house here in Mandla, because we need some proper protection. And that is, of course, a nice wall that we can use here to protect my citizens in the future from something like what just happened. They were pretty defenseless in the manor itself. And getting a nice proper fortification out here should do the trick. This looks pretty funky. I like it. And we could also add then some garrison tower. No, that's actually a lot. 10 logs provides more garrison space. And garrison units and villages shoot projectiles at approaching enemies. That is something I would like to have. But let's build that that wall a bit proper. Probably along the road there, right? I don't know why it does this. Very strange shape here. Okay, this could be better. Gonna take some time building all of that once again. And once the construction is finished, we can build the tower. Actually, you know what? Let's commit to it right away. And having these towers then on opposite of each other, like so. Gonna take some time, but we have the materials. 160 planks we have available in Mandla. It's quite a bit. Right now we have so much rough stone in our stock that my stonemason cannot keep up with it. So we got 28 piling up here. And let's assign another family to the stonemason, which is great because we're gonna need a lot of dressed stone for our castle. And another problem comes up is that my tools are running out. In fact, we have no tools left. The problem here is that I think with the... Yeah, we got 30 iron in though. At least we just traded that in again. Money-wise, it's fine. The bloomery is waiting. Why are you waiting? We got the coal, we got the iron. You should be making something out of that. There is another tool coming out. Nice. It's also time to continue developing Mandla finally, so that we don't have so many open spaces everywhere. Yeah, of course, another neighborhood that we want to grow here, just closer to my, well, market area, could you call this one? I guess we're gonna need a proper one then here in the center. Also, my trader works again. That's pretty good because he's selling, for example, my access tools that we are actually still importing from Sleepy Hollow as far as I know, yeah. Pack station, rubblestone for berries. Roughstone for tools. This is something we need to change. And we're probably... What do we have in Sleepy Hollow? Yeah, yarn we have a lot of. I could go with wool. Actually, yes. Where's wool? Can we please get wool over? That would be fantastic. There it is. Perfect. Because look at that. What is happening in Sleepy Hollow is that we're actually getting flooded with wool. We get 300 in, despite, of course, producing a lot of yarn. But when you have like 30 sheep... 50... Got 50 sheep. They're just flooding us with wool. The wool just constantly regrows. We cannot do anything about it. And I think we're still not producing enough clothes though. With 3 tailors now working the clothes. That seems odd. Right? Those people are burning through clothes. I don't know what they're doing with it. They're just wearing it once and then throw it away, it seems. People, you know you can wash your clothes? That would be fantastic if they could do this. But I think right now they're burning it. And I will need another tailor. I already have this one here that is new now. They're crafting already, making the cloth out of the yarn. So let's get another tailor going here, because I really want to fix this problem. And then we have the weaver workshop here. That's the 3 families working to produce yarn. And I think I'm gonna do another one. Right, we can always add more. But where? I guess here, along the main road. Right, this block here still has lots of room. This is an artisan crafting district. This little area here with non-pollution buildings, right? Like the weaver workshop now. The mold tiles is probably out of place here, but I don't care for now. Let's just keep it there. People don't seem to complain. Another issue is that also with the growing population, we are coming into the storehouse capacity limit for the marketplace again. We already have this granary here that we can upgrade now too. So that's the second tier 2 granary. And do we have, we should have another storehouse somewhere here. We don't. I did not build a second storehouse. We have 2 granaries, but not 2 storehouses. So let's go ahead and get me a second storehouse going. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. Now this is precision engineering. Right in here, we can add the second storehouse now. Perfect. Another year is coming to an end. Actually, a new year started already. It's March. Another winter is coming to an end, I wanted to say. And with that, the snow goes, the mood increases, and also the bandit raiders are more frequent. So I'm gonna wait for a bandit attack, a potential one. And once it's survived, we might be conquering the next territory, because I'm looking to expand, of course. How's it looking with the manor house? Yeah, it's taking some time. The building materials are in though. Just taking a lot of time rebuilding those gates and towers. Construction of the burgages begins. That means that the construction of the manor house has been finished. Yeah, got some 2 towers now. So this is a proper defendable area that we have now in Mandla, where people can flee to. And perhaps the raiders also get attracted by some towers. I don't know. That we can then add over here as well on the other side, right? But for now, I think this is going to look fine. Also, of course, I'm going to be a bit more careful now in the future when I send out my soldiers, so that we can quickly help out Mandla before the raiders start some serious burning or so. All right, that's that. How's my tools now looking in Sleepy Hollow? Improving again, right? So 4 tools we have, thanks to not sending them over to Mandla anymore. Mandla is flooded with tools and Sleepy Hollow is missing them. That wasn't very good distribution there on my end. The second storehouse is now operational, so there's already a family working here. That also means that that market is growing further and further. And as I can see, I will also need to assign someone to the granary. That is actually upgrading still. Over here. Should be finished though any moment now. There it is. And let's assign family number 4 to this here. And this means that here another market stall comes up. And in Sleepy Hollow, also my available living space goes down really fast. We don't have a lot of timber, but I'm still gonna develop this area here now. So yeah, with some smaller backyards. And then we could also add these here with some larger backyards again, right? Let's turn this one. We could have it like so. This would look then in line with that. If I turn it like so, we could probably squeeze in a few more houses. Yeah, but not all of them will have backyards. So let's actually turn it like so. I think this looks cleaner. Space is really not the issue. And have them built here. Turning into a proper city at this point. We still have room here to develop. And then we're actually closing in on my farmsteads that we have out there. No bandit attacks, so I guess we could claim this area here now with our influence. There it goes. Every area that we claim has a lower chance of, I think no chance actually anymore, of outlaw camps spawning. So that's my motivation here. And let's get my retinue going, because I think this one here we can just take. You know, there doesn't need to be any fighting. Let's just get the retinue over there. And I'm not gonna bother with the archers. Gonna have them as a backup, in fact. And also we'll need to, yeah, produce more weapons. I can see this already. So, I mean, already I'm probably way too late in seeing this. But there you go. And we do need, yeah, more spears, right? That we need to produce. Spears unfortunately take up iron, and iron is already pretty much used for my tools. But we'll just see how we tackle that. For now, we should upgrade any kind of burgage that has a family inside. These guys here could work for that. Or I'm gonna have another artisan burgages. These guys here could work for that. It's nasty, right? That's not good. Not gonna work out, unfortunately. So here I can't do this. This is industry zone. I might actually just push these guys here instead of the chicken coop. Right, let's upgrade this burgage plot and this burgage plot, and I'm not bothering with putting in any seeds here because I'm actually gonna produce them somewhere else down here, I guess. Let's have the note. This is good for chicken coop, and this is good for chicken coop. And here we're just gonna have then more vegetable gardens, because of course you always need to have some vegetables in stock, otherwise you're gonna get sick. Okay, the claim comes over, and that's it. The territory has been claimed. And we do have the whole north of the map now under our control. There's still a bandit camp that we'll need to take care of. And yeah, we do have now mushrooms here. Gonna be interesting what we can do with mushrooms. I think not that much. A rich fish deposit. Some stone, some iron, and some clay. The iron is gonna be the most important thing here, because 120 iron is a lot of money that we can also save then in addition. And yeah, more important though is that beside this one here that already was there, no more bandits can spawn here now in this camp, right? Or no more bandit camps can spawn there. This gives me more time to react to any kind of invasion in the future that we can work with. So this is a nice milestone, besides just, of course, our town development. Tier 3 it is, with a stone church on top of that. Loving that. And we continue onwards then in the next episode, probably now to celebrate all of this with a proper stone castle. I've been talking about this for a long time. We do have now some stone available, so this could be a new realistic project to advance this one here. Stay tuned.